Well, I just want to say welcome to my channel. I am Ferrari King. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share, watch my other videos, check the descriptions and link to my website. Of course, after this video is going to be about the different versions of the resurrection. I wish I could have done this earlier. I wanted to, but things came up. And when you're poor, you tend to take it up the ass. Let's just say that. So you can't do things you plan. But anyways, we're going to do the 3 versions of the resurrections. Because Matthew, Luke, and Mark are the only books in the New Testament that discuss the resurrection. And all 3 of them are different. And of course, you can go to gotquestions.org, Bible Query, or any other apologetic website or person or your preacher, and they will try to explain it away. Well, they saw 2 angels instead of 1 because of the angle they looked. This person came first, and they have all, they will explain it away with ease. If you're not careful, you may even believe it. And after I'm done, I'm going to go on a little rant, about bullying and stuff like that, which YouTube does not like discussing stuff like that. If I remember, I will discuss it. First off, this is going to be Matthew chapter 28. Now, it's going to take some length of time as I read this. Here we go. In the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn towards the first day of the week, came Mary Magdalene and the other Mary to see the sepulchre, blah, blah. Now, Mary Magdalene, some people will tell you, oh, she was a prostitute and all that. Nowhere in the Bible does it say she was ever a prostitute, okay? It never tells you who that prostitute was that Jesus did this writing in the sand and crap. And behold, there was a great earthquake, for the angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone from the door and sat upon it. His countenance was like lightning, and his raiment white as snow. Remember Matthew chapter 28. And for fear of him, the keepers did shake and became as dead men. And the angel answered and said unto the women, Fear not ye, for I know that ye seek Jesus, which was crucified. He is not here, for he is risen. As he said, come see the place where the Lord lay. And go quickly and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead, and behold, he goeth before you into Galilee. There shall ye see him. Lo, I have told you. And they departed quickly from the sepulchre with fear and great joy, and did run to bring his disciples word. And as they went to tell his disciples, behold, Jesus met them, saying, All hail. And they came and held him by the feet and worshipped him. Now, of course, one of the things people like to say is, well, Christianity is not true. People didn't believe in women. So why does Christianity use women as, proof? Well, first off, not just first off, it's mainly because it's just these group of people did not have respect for women. The Romans had a lot more respect for women. They still treat women like crap, but, look up, Roman history and see what women were allowed to do in Rome. You'd be shocked compared to, what the Jews allowed women to do. Then said Jesus unto them, Be not afraid. Go tell my brethren that they go into Galilee, and there shall they see me. The bribing of the soldiers. None that they were going, behold, some... let's get this to... I guess we can skip the rest of this. Because it's just, going to tell you about the soldiers and the Great Commission. Go ye into all the world. This is why they knock on people's doors and nag people. You remember that one, right? The next book, Mark. I think it's Luke that's the longest, but here's Mark. You'll find it on chapter 16. And when the Sabbath was past, Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of James and Solomon had brought sweet spices that they might come and anoint him. And very early in the morning, the first day of the week, they came unto the sepulchre at the rising of the sun. They said among themselves, Who shall roll us away the stone from the door of the sepulchre? And when they looked, they saw that the stone was rolled away, for it was very great. You see that? Before it said an angel rolled the stone away, and that the soldiers were as dead men. Here it's saying that it was already rolled away when they got there, and that it was 2 women instead of 1. Mary Magdalene and Mary Solomon, or whatever the hell. And in Matthew, it was just the Mary of Magdalene. Sorry for that little snorting I just did. And entering into the sepulchre, where they saw a young man sitting on the right side, clothed in a long white garment, and they were frightened. Uh-oh, more changes. And he said unto them, Be not affrighted. Ye seek Jesus of Nazareth, which was crucified. He is risen. He is not here. Behold the place where they laid him. Okay, that's kind of, that part is somewhat the same. But go your way, tell his disciples and Peter that he goeth before you into Galilee. There shall he see him, as he said unto you. It's amazing how some of this is somewhat the same. Sorry, didn't mean to cough. But most of it, the big parts are different. Now when Jesus was risen, early in the first day of the week, he appeared first to Mary Magdalene, out of whom he had cast 7 devils. See, it just says devils. It didn't say she was a prostitute. And when she went and told them that had been with him, as they mourned and wept, and they, when they had heard that he was alive and blah, blah, blah. Again, and he tells them in this one that they shall, here it is, and these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name they shall cast out devils. They shall speak with new tongues. They shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. Wow. Of course, we know that's not true, but hey, go ahead and try it if you believe it. Not because I told you to try, because I didn't. Luke chapter 24 of the resurrection. Now upon the first day of the week, very early in the morning, they came unto the sepulchre, bringing the spices which they had prepared, and certain others with them. And they found the stone rolled away from the sepulchre. And they entered in, and found not the body of Lord Jesus. And it came to pass, as they were much perplexed, therefore, behold, 2 men stood by them in shining garments. Now it's 2 men, not 1. And they were afraid, and bowed down their faces to the earth. They said unto them, Why seek ye the living among the dead? Now, for you that are Christians, it is a major, 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 major thing that these 3 books don't agree. Okay, it really is. I know you don't want to hear it, but it is. He is not here, but is risen. Remember how he spake unto you when he was yet in Galilee. Now, I don't expect, everything that these so-called angels, if this actually happened, I don't expect everything they say to actually be repeated in each book, but at least it should tell you, with the same consistency, 1 person or 2 people, and how many people they saw in there, saying, the Son of Man must be delivered unto the hands of the sinful men, and be crucified, and the 3rd day risen. And they remembered his words, and returned, and the rest of stuff. Let me check something real quick. Let me check Book of John. I just want to make sure, because I could have sworn there's one where the person sees Jesus, and Jesus tells them not to touch. But I don't remember John having a resurrection story. Because there's one I remember where Jesus tells the person not to touch. No, I guess not. He tells them to feed the sheep and all the other nonsense. Now this rest is going to just be like a rant, okay? Mainly bullying and maybe a couple other items. First off, the thing. Some of y'all may know, and you can see the video, there's one that's 38 seconds long. If I remember, I'm going to try to put it in the description if I can find it again. Basically, Emma Gonzalez, and not only does she admit that she bullied that Nicholas Cruz, but that he deserved it. So y'all did not know him. We knew him. He did, you see the video. If you see the video, you see it. She basically tries to justify her bullying because she got called out on it. Because they already admitted to it, and now people are criticizing for it. So they're basically saying, well, look what he did. So he deserved it. No one deserves to be bullied. Okay? Now, I'm not saying, before he did that. Now, let's face facts now. They always said he looked like a school shooter. And they told, I promise you, this is my opinion, but I promise you, they told him several times, you look like you're going to shoot up the school. You look like you're going to do that. I know this because I know what I've been through when I was a kid, when I was in junior high. So I know what these people do, okay? And they drilled into his head. And of course, there's most people that are bullied turn out just fine. Some of them have mental issues. Therefore, they end up killing themselves. And in my opinion, the bullies are responsible for those deaths and responsible for the school shootings. And then there's those like Nicholas Cruz are really screwed in the head. And they're doing this to him, probably causing him to be more likely to do what he did. So in my opinion, okay, if they hadn't been bullying him the way they were, and they were either friendly with him or just gave him a wide berth, he probably would not have done what he did. I'm not saying that he wouldn't have. I'm just saying it'd be less likely. And there's no excuse to just trying to justify. Just say, yeah, we used to bully him. We did this. We were wrong. We wish we hadn't done this. We apologize. We know bullying was wrong. And then actually start fighting bullying as much as you're trying for gun control. Can you imagine if these young people did that? They put as much effort into trying to stop bullying in schools. You know, you stand up to the bullies, you expose the bullies, you befriend the people that are being bullied. If they want to be left alone, of course, you just leave them alone. But let them know, hey, people care about you, you know. And report it, assuming that the teachers even listen. Can't promise you they will. Some will, some won't. And then another thing I want to just briefly touch on. I think it's hilarious because when I go on comments and everything, you always hear, you know, if it's their political party or their ideology, we're good. That side is evil. The media loves it because they play everybody against each other. CNN, Fox, all of them. You think that they're not, you know, enjoying themselves with the increased ratings? You know, you hear the conservatives are racist and this and that. And then there's a picture of Obama with Louis Farrakhan and Maxine Waters and some of these others with some racist black folk. Neither side of them care about you. It's just a game to them, okay? Republicans, Democrats. It's just they're using you. They just want you to fight each other, okay? The media wants you to fight because they make money off of it. And if they don't have anything to get you to fight about, if they don't have any, you know, conspiracies or whatever, have any problems, they'll invent it if they have to. It's the media is what they'll do. They're scumbags. You know, they're pukes. Just like bullies. It's like school shooters. But if you're a Christian, make sure you read this Bible. There's a lot of things I would like to say. I can't always remember. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a thumbs up or thumbs down. I don't care. Sorry. YouTube counts it as the same, just so you know. I'll tell you the description for a link to my website and my Twitter. And also, I hopefully will be able to get that video, find that video of the Emma Gonzalez, you know, where she's trying to defend her bullying of that Cruz. Of course, you know about the YouTube thing. I don't need to bring that up. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate you watching. The one person that may have watched, thanks.